So Bronny James goes on record and has one of the most ridiculous requests in RBA bus history. Bronny James will go down as the biggest bust in bus history. Bronny James will be so much of a bust, you would think that he was a part of the bus family. Jeannie Bus, Jerry Bus, Metro Bus, Yellow Bus, the church bus, a party bus. But Bronny James has the nerve to say that he wants an 81 overall in RBA 2K.
What should be your NBA 2K rating?
I feel like I deserve a respectable 80, 81, yeah.
Bronny James, at this stage of your father's career, your father shouldn't even have an 81 overall. LeBron James should literally have a 65. That's right, I said it. A 65 overall. Because all LeBron James is doing is just padding his stats. And of course, Bronny James will probably be able to convince 2K Sports to give him an 81 overall rating because, for one, they're desperate. And for two, LeBron James has the machine behind him. The RBA is compromised. Like the name of that rock band, Kiss, LeBron James has been kissing ass for a very long time to get to the top. And honestly, I don't even care if Bronny James gets an 80-something overall. I'm not playing RBA 2K anyway. Do you guys know that it's being rumored that GTA 6 on a new Grand Theft Auto, you can play basketball, you can play football. So whenever you lose a game, you could actually punch somebody in the face, which is why I wish LeBron James is a character on GTA 6. So I can just randomly knock him out after I beat him in a game of one-on-one. But LeBron James, you're the most overrated player of all time. And you're passing on that overration to your son. That's right. I made up a word. Instead of overrated, I say overration. You're passing on the overration to your son. 2K would be out they rabbit ass mind, out they bunny bugs ass mind if they were to give Bronny James an 81 overall. Bronny James, he sucks so bad, he probably doesn't even know how to spell basketball. Dumbest demands that I've ever heard in my entire existence of life. And this man literally never even dribbled a basketball, let alone hasn't even walked across the stage yet to get his RBA jersey. The man shouldn't even be drafted. Bronny James should not even be a topic of discussion. But see, LeBron James manipulated and conned and swindled his son into the RBA. He literally forced his son to be a one and done. See, LeBron James knows that he garners massive attention. So he said, well, we're going to utilize this opportunity where it's going to be major media coverage because of my son and my name, that I'm going to have all the cameras watching my son, and I'm going to build as much hype as possible around my son performing at a so-called high level at the RBA draft combine. And I'm going to make my son literally look like Steph Curry out there, going 19 for 23 at the three-point line. So everybody could be misled. They could be tricked into thinking that Bronny James is better than what he really is. He's a master manipulator, and it's like glass. You can see right through him. But Bronny James talking about something, he won an 85 overall or 84 overall in RBA 2K. Yeah, and I want a lifetime supply of free lamb chops. I would like for your father to give me his $1 billion and he become poor instead of me. But is that going to happen? Is his money just going to appear in my Bank of America account in the morning? No. So no, Bronny James, you do not deserve an 80-something overall. You deserve a 40 overall. You have had no high-scoring game in college basketball with the USC Trojans. You're going down in history as the worst college player in USC Trojan history. They praise you for being a lockdown defender. You're supposed to be the second coming of Kawhi Leonard. You're not a lockdown defender, Bronny James. And Bronny James going to say he doesn't necessarily have to play with his dad on any other team. Basically, they're just saying that his dad's not going to follow him to any other team that he goes to. So it can kind of discourage other teams from drafting Bronny James because they know that if they just draft Bronny, they're not going to get LeBron. So this kind of puts the pressure on other franchises to say, hey, we're going to stay away from Bronny, and Bronny James could get drafted ultimately to the team that LeBron wants Bronny to go to. So he's basically trying to strong arm Bronny into the RBA and plan for either the Lakers or the Cleveland Cavaliers. But if I was a team, I'd just draft Bronny, just to draft him, just so LeBron James can't play with his son. And can you believe the entitlement, the nerve of this kid? Like, this is spoiled behavior. And the sad part about it is that just to accommodate LeBron James, 2K would be willing to give Bronny James an 84 or 85 overall just to please his father, although he doesn't deserve it. I mean, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Ronnie from 2K puts Bronny James on the front cover of RBA 2K25. It's ridiculous, bro. The lengths that they will go just so they can make LeBron James happy. And the guy isn't even generating that much revenue and TV ratings as he once did. LeBron James is screwing up the RBA. Like, how dare you give this man an 84 or 85 overall? And he's not even better than none of the bench players in the RBA. Now everybody is talking about how Bronny James has increased his draft stock, which gives credence to my claims and what I've been saying, which is that this was LeBron James' angle to get his son to the RBA. But he didn't increase his stock in my eyes. Bronny James' stock is still low because he hasn't done nothing. And it's sad because we're not talking about actual talented players who are going to be in the draft. Hell, I don't even know none of these players' names. All the hype is around Bronny James. And the man is going to be a bust. You're doing all this just for your son to be a bust. Just think about this. What team says Bronny James, although he had a trash college career, we think that there'll be a turnaround once he get into the RBA. Bronny James is going to come to the RBA and be the cornerstone of a franchise. He's going to be box office. He's going to be phenomenal. We have to take that first round draft pick and draft Bronny James because he's a hot commodity. No, Bronny James is not a hot commodity. He's a hot atrocity. That's what he is, a hot atrocity.